Melgard. Holly is a second-year PhD candidate in the poetics program and an English composition instructor. And that's what it says here.
Read it.
Read it as is?
No.
No? All right. A profile of her most recent work has just been published online by Craigslist, Wikipedia, and MST. Other poems have been published in print by Boog City, Scrap Paper, Converse, and Slightly West, the latter two of which she also edited. So, Holly Melgard.
Thank you everyone for coming. Thanks Alex for having me. It's exciting to be here with these readers tonight. So this piece that I have to read for you, it's called Nar Solicitation, and it's written for a few voices, so to help me out with that, I got this multiplication machine here. Can everyone hear me? Too quiet, too loud, but nice. Beginnings most, however. Stillness in, flourished puzzles, approaching, longing longer known, movement of vocabulary, the in, walk, though if as, wasn't if were, diminished later, and plume, twilight, silo, wind, coiling, dispersed, word single, and served, willing, are we here? Pillars of between the suspends chord single, and loom particles, ash, moment of sustains, then and, succession in, reeds, orchestra, and standing now. Approaching, progress, measured, pavement of vocabulary, the vocabulary public of affect and standard, flotsam and progress, paving, yards, pushing, orientation in primary, weren't walking though as ash bearer who earns, unpronounced, words are there still, yet and already, maged having, move still soft, rich of rhythm, the unit, time, standard, and measure, measure in sticks, yard, side along, side 1, 2, and beyond in, beginning in beyond and to one side, alongside yardsticks, in measure, a measure, in standard time, movement, unit, the rhythm of which, stop, walk, still moves as, having made, were, already and yet, diminished later, still there are words unpronounced, twilight to bear ash, as though walking warrant, dispersed, primary single, and orientation, served, willing, are we here, pushing yards, pillars, of paving progress, and suspends, chord, standard, and affect, public vocabulary, the vocabulary of pavement, sustains, measure, and progress, session, approaching, now standing, and orchestra, standing, now in succession, approaching, and then sustain, progress, a moment, measured, ash particles, pavement, and a single chord suspends between the pillars, and here we are within syrup, and single words, progress, paving, yard, dispersion, coiling, orientation, wind, primary, silo, weren't walking the twilight as ash bare, bloom, and later diminished, announced, where it wasn't, so there still, as if though yet and already, in the vocabulary of movement, still no longer longing, approaching, rhythm, the puzzlement, time, measured and measure, in stillness, and sticks are most beginnings, side 1, 2, and beyond in. Retrospective to do, number 232. All the great philosophers walked because circulation in the legs, I guess, has something to do with memory. Retrospective to do, number 233. Someone told me that Balzac died of a caffeine overdose with 55 shots in his system. Balzac didn't take intentional walks. Retrospective to do, number 234. Intentional is never intentional because tent shares an affinity with the word tent, which is both retro and proactively synonymous. Retrospective to do, number 231, walking was never a synonym for wandering, wanting, waiting, so saying, sent, said. Sending is a synonym for saying. Saying is a synonym for signing. Signing is a synonym for library, and libraries are synonyms for lying. Lying is a synonym for saving. Living is a synonym for lazing. Lazing is a synonym for losing, and losing is a synonym for snoozing. Snoozing is a synonym for synapse, and synapse is a synonym for shaming. Shaming is a synonym for shaming, and shaming is a synonym for sharing. But sharing is a synonym for social, and social is a synonym for social. But social is a synonym for pushover, and pushover is a synonym for shower. So shower is a synonym for stories, and stories are synonyms for floundering, but floundering is a synonym for filling, and filling is a synonym for filing. If filing is a synonym for finding, and finding is a synonym for fondling, then fondling must be a synonym for fucking, and fucking is a synonym that is fucking jarring. So then jarring is a synonym for persuading, in which case pickling here should stand as a synonym for pending, fondling must be a synonym for filling, and fucking is a synonym that is fucking jarring. So then jarring is a synonym for persuading, in which case pickling here should stand as a synonym for pending. I'm currently researching the culture of me populating the network at large. I friended every person on Facebook whose name sounds like mine. Founded on the principle that if the name Holly Melgard were shouted in a noisy room, those who inhabit the same sound and language would respond. Here are some excerpts from my inbox. In which case, Holly Melgard confirmed you as a friend on Facebook. Holly Melgard confirmed you as a friend on Facebook. Holly Melgard confirmed you as a friend on Facebook. Molly Melgard confirmed you as a friend on Facebook. Molly Melgard confirmed you as a friend on Facebook. Molly Melgard confirmed you as a friend on Facebook. Molly Melgard confirmed you as a friend on Facebook. Millie Melgard confirmed you as a friend on Facebook. Molly Melgard confirmed you as a friend on Facebook. Heidi Melgard confirmed you as a friend on Facebook. Heidi Melgard confirmed you as a friend on Facebook. Heidi Melgard confirmed you as a friend on Facebook. Millie Melgard sent you a message on Facebook. I'm sorry, but do we know each other? HOLL://melgard.com/ do you know me or something? / no I don't. / can't you read? / no clearly I can't. / neither can I. Retrospective to do number 423.687. Slurp up the sea in its entirety. Retrospective to do number 423.681. Extract emotionally dyslexic samples from the space and time pile. Retrospective to do number 423.68. Rotate in megaphors periodically. Retrospective to do number 423.679. Modify further clauses in the modification file. Retrospective to do number 423.678. Reorganize the U's and I's of sideways in the influx of either. Holly Hilgard confirmed you as a friend on Facebook. Molly Hilgard confirmed you as a friend on Facebook. Ella Hilgard confirmed you as a friend on Facebook. Holly Hilgard confirmed you as a friend on Facebook. Ella Melgard confirmed you as a friend on Facebook. Holly Melgard confirmed you as a friend on Facebook. Holly Melgard confirmed you as a friend on Facebook. Ella Melgard confirmed you as a friend on Facebook. Holly Melgard confirmed you as a friend on Facebook. Holly Melgard sent you a message on Facebook. And you are? Holly Melgard sent you a message on Facebook. Am I supposed to know who you are? HOLL://melgard.com/conducive/constructive/conservative /conversation/constellation /constellation. Retrospective to do number 613. But now here I'm going to write the word conductor, and I'll spend the next 6 minutes deciphering it in front of you. Retrospective to do number 423.683. Calculate the geometry of inner relations and decalculate the metrics of outer relations at the same time. Retrospective to do number 423.686. File them in the waters of the inconsequential strokes of our social calligraphy. Retrospective to do number 423.672. Pickle them in the waters of the unreality bog. Retrospective to do number 423.671. Express hostility toward the furthest bounding boxes of virtual and actual shapes.